So, like I said, it's still raining. I mean, at this point, the tarp is still out on the field. What's gonna happen? I really don't know. I was actually expecting there to be the game to be canceled tomorrow. So I was really expecting the game to be canceled tomorrow. There was a lot of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, but apparently the rain came in early. Not entirely sure. I just I don't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the how do I put this? Kia has one of the newest stadiums. Their stadium opened in 2014. But it has, without a doubt, the worst drainage in the entire KBO. It is pretty bad. Well, welcome back. Uh, I mean, I guess I could kind of talk to you guys about what I was trying to make a video, kind of going over these two teams, but it really it's just so difficult for me to be able to get everything done in time in just one day. So I guess I guess I'll break down kind of the games, the series, everything. Samsung 4 wins in the 16 games. So head to head, they really didn't do well against Kia, but I think it's going to be way closer than that's 4-12 season series. So as far as the pitching staffs go, they're really close. Kia has the best pitching staff in terms of ERA. They also have the best starters ERA, but at the same time, Samsung has the best WHIP. I don't know yet. I have no idea, Tail. I'm just kind of talking about the game up until that point. If you guys have any questions about any of the players, anything, feel free to ask, chime in. But yeah, so Kia has the best starters ERA. Samsung has the best starters WHIP. Samsung has the third best starters ERA in the league. But that was really that was with Connor's numbers. So whether or not he's they obviously they only have two starters. They have Wang Taein and they have Reyes. Wang Dongjae pitched well in that one start against LG, but you can't expect him to do that against a lineup like Kia, because also Wang Dongjae is going to have to pitch in Daegu. Or actually, no, he will actually pitch here in Gwangju, so he might be helped out a little bit by pitching in Gwangju versus Daegu. But yeah, I mean, the pitching staffs are pretty close. Kia is, yeah, I really do the first game. The second game, I do not like. Kia will have a lefty on the mound, as it looks like they are running back outs. We'll see what they're gonna do. They're grabbing the tarp. And they are gonna remove the big tarp. Again, they have small tarps on just on the pitcher's mound, but they're gonna remove the big blue tarp. So all right, let me just kind of go through. I actually had it all scripted. I will just talk to you guys about this. Okay. So Samsung benefited a lot more because of the bullpen, or the days off, where they just played 1 day off. Wayne, 1 day off, 1 day off, 1 day off. Is I think we have a casualty on the tarp. So they really benefited with that. I thought Samsung was going to benefit by having a day off tomorrow, not a day off today. That would push it back so that Wang Taein and Reyes would both be able to get 2 starts. The thing with the KBO Korean series, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is the format is very, very strange. It used to be 2 games at home, 3 games at the number 2 spot, and 2 games at home to the number 1 spot. But Uh, the the championship teams, the teams that were winning, they basically said, "Hey, we don't like this because we're not getting a chance to play at home. We're not getting a chance to win our championship in front of our home crowds." So the KBO's like, "Okay." And basically, then the KBO just kind of switched it up, and now it's 2 games at the number 1 team, and then 2 games at the away team or the number 2 team, and then 3 more games at home. So the number 1 team in the Korean series, the team that won the regular season, actually gets 5 home games if it goes to 7 games versus 2 home games for the second place or the team that won in the semifinals. So that is very strange. And again, that is something to keep in mind because Samsung does not play nearly as well away from Daegu. Yeah, it's super, super strange. So do the matchups. You have, as far as the teams go, Kia, they're pretty good offensively. They are the best team in the offensive team in the entire league. I don't keep up with the MLB at all, so let me pop this up. I bet I can let you guys see this. So again, I'm not prepared to do this, but we're gonna wing it, boys. We're gonna wing it, boys and girls, I should say. All right, so let me get the comparison charts that I made. Let's see if I can do this here. We'll check. All right, there we go. So as far as offensively, here you got Samsung has the 9th best team, or as far as average wise in the league. Kia's the best team in the league offensively. On base percentage 346 to the 369. You have the number 1 team in every single offensive category. They're the only team that hit over 300 with runners on base, with runners in scoring position. That 308 slugging is not correct. That's actually their their average with with runners in scoring position. Their slugging is 459. They just really just dominated basically every single offensive category. Kia is better in. The only one that's Kia is not really better in is gonna be home runs, and that's mainly because with the home runs, you have Samsung playing in that super home run happy park where the left center and right center is only 107 feet, which is I believe 351 feet to the power alleys for in Samsung. So obviously they are going to have way more home runs than anyone else. But Kia was 3rd in the league. Samsung had their 165 home runs, I believe, 165, and versus Kia had 135, I believe. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. So as far as offensively, Samsung worst in the league with doubles. That also has to do with the fact it's in a rain delay. So I'm just kind of going over some of the stats for the 2 teams since I wasn't able to get a actual preview video up. But they're taking the tarp off right now, so the game should be coming back pretty soon, I believe. But so Kia number 2 in the league in doubles, number 3 in triples. Again, that does have a little bit to do with the fact that those doubles and triples are home runs in Daegu. Home runs there, you see 185 for Samsung. That is only because of the stadium. Kia still hits 163 home runs on the season, led by obviously Kim Do-young, who with his 40, almost had his 40-40 season. As far as runners in scoring position, there's that 308 that I was talking about. They are the best in the league, 100% with runners in scoring position. So as far as the other parts of the game, let me get to it. We'll see here. I think maybe. Yeah, no, I had everything prepped up to make it. What do we got? Okay. So here's what I was talking about earlier. Starters ERA. Kia with a 4.10 starters ERA. And again, that's all of the starters. They're obviously not going to be using all of their starters. The big thing for Kia is they don't, outside of Naile, they don't really have another solid starter, but they don't have any really bad starters. They have good 3, 4, and 5 hitter or starters. The starter whip, obviously, Samsung is a little bit better. The bullpen ERA, bullpen whip. So Samsung's bullpen is not letting guys get on, which is going to be obviously very, very important. From there, again, keep going into this defense. Samsung has the best defense in the league. Kia has the worst defense in the league. So as far as double plays, Kia is turning a lot more double plays, but that's because Samsung's not letting as many people on. The caught stealing, Kia's catchers are awful. They're second to last in the league, only behind KT's. And you saw Samsung or LG just completely run over KT in that series, and part of the reason why they won was because of their catcher abilities. So as far as offense or as far as defense, Kia is the worst in the league with defense, and they're the worst in the league in defense for a very, very, very specific reason. Let me get that up. Thank you. Let me get it up and so that I have exact numbers. Sorry. Again, I was not planning on doing this whole thing, so please bear with me a little bit as I try to find everything. So why are they so bad? Why is Kia so bad on defense? Well, it's mainly because of see if I can bring it up here. It's the wrong background, but we'll take it. Okay, so yeah, the errors. Really, you have the left side of the offense, or left side of the defense for KT or for Kia. Sorry, Kim Do-young 30 errors on the season, 23 errors on the season for the shortstop. So between those two, you just have a ton of errors. That entire left side of the offense is just not, or left side of the defense is just not good at all. As far as other parts on the number one, obviously you have Gwangju, who is playing, but he is injured. He's on the roster. He ended up messing up his knee, having straining some ligaments. Yeah. It says delayed, so the tarp is off and they are out on the field doing the whole pre-Korean series thing, where they have the oh, this is the trophy they're gonna play for, blah 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 blah. So they still they're getting ready to do that, so they haven't done that. So I would say at the earliest 7:15. It still looks like it's coming down fairly well. But uh, I didn't get any sort of time whatsoever. Uh, I was trying to listen to what the Korean announcers were saying. Uh, they're talking about doing the Gaemok Sheik, which is like the opening ceremonies thing. But anyway, back to the so obviously Gu Chauk is going to be an issue. He ended up hurting his as they throw the yeah, they were talking. I thought that's what they're talking about. They're talking about they were going to restart the game, but then the rain started coming back. They're now rolling the tarp back out onto the field. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, the guys that I'm really worried about, Gujauk for Samsung. Gujauk for Samsung. Obviously, he ended up getting injured with that stolen base in the second game. Yeah, putting the tarp back on is not a good thing. Gujauk got hurt stealing second base in game two. He left. He went immediately to Japan. And I don't know why he went to Japan for treatment. Like, why would he go to Japan for treatment instead of getting treatment in Korea? But he immediately went to Japan, got treatment in Japan. He came back. He was available to pinch hit on the 19th. So he was available in game four to pinch hit if they needed him. Basically trying to recreate Kirk Gibson's game one 1988 or 1988 game one of the World Series, hobbling around. I guess I don't know what exactly he was thinking, but obviously he's not playing in the outfield. Whether or not he's even going to be able to DH, that's something you really have to worry about. Is they're losing their best hitter. As far as Kia, Naile took the comebacker from Davidson in the face, and because of that, he missed the rest of the season. That was back in August. He did start throwing again in September, so it wasn't anything like that. He also threw out the first pitch, surprised the Kia fans by wearing a mask and going out, and then took his mask off at the end. And thank goodness that guy's got eye black to drink beer or drink Coke. Literally in the outfield, drinking. He has eye black on in the rain in the stands while he's sitting down drinking a soda. Man. Okay, anyway, back to this. So how is Naile going to pitch? He hasn't pitched in a game for 2 months. Welcome, welcome. 안녕하세요. Yeah, so, so it's saying that at 7 p.m., which is about right now, quite a bit of rain, but after that, it's going to cut back quite a bit. And not much rain, so they may end up trying to wait this game out. So, as far as important players to watch for these two teams, I'll go over Samsung first. Number one for Samsung is Kim Ji-chan. Kim Ji-chan didn't have a good season against KT or against Kia. I keep saying KT, but he did not have a good season against Kia. 220 average against Kia, but he got on base really, really well. He got on base at a 380 clip, and he had more stolen bases against Kia than any other team in the league. He stole 7 bases against Kia, without getting caught at all. So he is a big one to watch. He did not hit well against LG. I'm looking at it. It literally says it's delayed. It's on the top of the screen. I don't know what else to tell you. That's all I got. They said that they were gonna play, and then it started to rain again, and then so what happened? They're putting the tarp back out. I'm getting it directly from listening. I listen to the broadcast in Korean and translate stuff. Okay, well, ask them. I'm literally getting the broadcast right here in this ear. They're literally saying that's what they just said. No, other than Kim Ji Chan, uh, Samsung, their closer. I don't think it'll go. Like I don't. As far as like the radar goes, again, it just said that it's not that the rain is supposed to back off in a little bit. Looking at the forecast specifically for Gwangju, starting at about 7:30, the rain is going to be really cut back, not much. If you want to look at the so Gwangju is the yellow, and the rain will go up, up, up this way. So, Mother Nature very well could be again. All right. So yeah, I mean, they're gonna try to get the game in. I thought that this game would be played, and then the rain that was supposed to come all day tomorrow apparently just came early. So, what's up, James? What pick? What pick? Che Hyung. Who's Che Hyung? Who's Che Hyung? Ah, Jae Hyung. Jae Hyun, the shortstop. I don't know. I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry. You mean the DH for Kia? Yeah, yeah, Che Hyung Woo. That's the only Che. There's Che Hyung Woo, the DH for Kia, and then there's Che Won Ho. Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, I don't know who that is. Yeah, as long as there's no lefty on the mound, Che Hyung Woo should be pretty good. You got Diaz against a righty, and yeah, I mean, you need two hits, runs, RBIs. Two, yeah, I would definitely say yeah. Yeah, 100%. I would say yeah. But yeah, still waiting. Again, the radar shows that the rain is going to stop. Yeah, hits, runs, RBIs. Yeah, two apiece or two total. Hmm. I don't like the Diaz one. Diaz is not nearly as good without Gu Jauk in front of him. That's why Diaz. I mean, I guess he could get a hit and get drove in by Kim Young Woong or Kang Min Ho. Yeah. I like Che Hyung Woo better with a hit scoring Park Chang Ho, Socrates, or Kim Do Young. Uh, The Diaz one I would be a little worried about. But that's why it's called gambling and not whatever else you would call it that's not gambling. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Still waiting absolutely nothing anywhere. Apparently now I'm going to watch. They will play in the rain. But they can't play just yet. There was no time. They were going to. They took the tarp off and they were put all the stuff out for the opening ceremonies, and then it started to rain a little bit more, so they put the tarp back out and covered again. Then once that happened, I'm reading. Yeah. So, but yeah. Oh, definitely, James. Yeah, waiting, waiting, waiting. Well, would you guys like to see some of my collection of Hanwha memorabilia? Maybe. Let's see what we got here. There is obviously a chance. How about opening a pack of 2024 Rainbow KBO League cards? What do you say? Open one of these? All right. I was seeing if I had a knife in this room of mine. These are 100,000 won, 5 cards per pack, 10 packs per box. And we'll see what we get, ladies and gentlemen. So 100,000 won's about 80 bucks or so, I want to say. All right. I bought it. I don't know why I bought it. I don't. If you actually look back there, that's a bunch of baseball cards that I bought that I've never bothered to even try to open. I have more in my kitchen. All right. $80 or so. All right. The 2024 KBO Rainbow League. Fitting that they got some water droplets on here. All right. These are fancy. So these cards are basically only like the young players. Oh, there we go. Man, I want to say it's been 20 years since I opened a pack of baseball cards. We're gonna start a baseball card opening. There's nothing. All right, I'll let you guys see. Here we got, I don't even, Woo Kong Hoon. I don't know, he didn't even play. We've got Iho Song. He's in the bullpen at least. We got Kang Sung-woo. Yeah. What do we got here? Oh, he'll start tomorrow. This is a super awesome card. Former Texas Ranger, I guess. And a Kim Dong-ju limited card. Absolutely zero quality cards. Rainby. All right, so that's one bag, one pack. And what are they doing now? They are doing something with the ground. They're testing the ground, I guess, looking at the ground. The looks like the Kia's ground crew is checking out on the ground. We'll see what happens. I do know there's some Ryuhan Jin cards, but KBO cards are not really valuable at all. I can't. I mean, maybe some people would pay for them, but I don't pay for anything. All right, what do we got now? All right, they're coming out onto the field to take the tarp back off again. Who do we got? Kimmy. I don't even know who these players are. Kimmy Gun. No idea who that is. Oh. Yuk Chung Myung. Again, no idea who this is. These cards suck. Maybe they do. I don't know, Mary Kate. You want me to you want me to get you a pack? All right, so we've got Che Ji Gong. He plays a little bit. Lee Sung Min, I don't know who this is. And Jo Hyung Woo. I don't even know who these people are. Like I don't know how much baseball I watch, but I don't know who half these players are. No, they're not worth jack. Again, I have no idea why I bought these. Like I think it was just like, oh, I'm just gonna waste a bunch of money. How can I waste the most money I possibly can? Well, how do you do that? Buy KBO baseball cards, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what do we got here? We've got Lee Jong-jun. He played a little bit. Kim Gun-hee. I at least know who these guys are. Lee Sung-min. No idea. Cho Dae-hyun. Kia. Let's see. We have wow. Ya Tong Gun, Kim Yu Sung. No idea who the hell these people are. Absolutely 100% useless. The only thing more useless than those cards is well, me trying to talk about them because I have no idea who any of these damn players are. Literally, I just opened 3 packs and I know maybe 3 players, 4 players. Again, I'm watching 150, 160 games this season. So the rain is still coming down, but it's not coming down too hard. What do we get? What do we got? All right. Kim Gun-hyun. No idea. There we go. Wang Jun-seo. My pick for the Rookie of the Year before the season started. He obviously is not going to get that. First Hanwha card I've got. Here do we got Kim Yu Sung. No idea who you are. Yui. This is the hardest name for me to ever pronounce. He is injured. He would be the number 4 starter for Kia, but he got injured. The hardest name for me to pronounce. And Kang Gun. Ooh, that's an autograph, ladies and gentlemen. That is an on-card autograph from a guy with a it was played in 4 career games. Ladies and gentlemen, this is got to be worth at least a nickel. All right. Well, at least I got some people I know and an autograph. What else we got? I think we got five packs left. Send these off to Beckett. Get out my old Beckett catalog. See how $3. It costs $10 to ship it. All right, what do we got now? All right. Im Sung Hyun. No idea who you are. That's a weird name. Jun Pyo. Also, no idea who you are. Who else we got? Ho Jun. No idea. Kenny, if you're here, do you know who this guy is? Ho Jun. No idea. What else we got? Son Young Jin. No idea. I know this one though. John Janu. A legend, the captain of Lotte. Boosted. No, we don't do Cash App. Boosted. Who's your favorite team? Whichever one wins you the most money. Ladies and gentlemen, not only did they take the tarp off the infield, they are actually rolling it up as we wait and wait. All right. Shin Young-woo. Don't know who you are. Who do we got? No idea. Kim Yeon-ju. Another Lee Sung-min. Yes, more cards of useless value. Who's this? Another Jo Dae-hyun. And here we go. Samsung's shortstop, Lee Jae-hyun. That's a fancy one. I apologize for that, Boosted. I apologize for that. Yeah. What do I got left? 3 packs? 4 packs? Man, it's like never-ending fun with the KBO rainbow cards. Literally. Oh, that one's got to be a good one. Ooh, OG Wan, the shortstop for LG. At least I know who that is. Who do we got here? Lee Min-ju. Who the hell is this? Like, literally a Hanwha player I've never even heard of. We don't have Apple Pay in Korea. Oh, there we go. Yoon Dong-hee. That's a quality one. What else we got? Shea Ji-min, we'll see him a little bit. And look at this fancy one, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Dae-won, the lovely, lovely stolen base threat for LG. The players are out on the field. They are running around a little bit. We may get this game in. We should get this game in. It's going to take a little bit longer than any of us were expecting. We'll see. Probably going to be way past my bedtime by the time this thing finishes. Oh, please tell me that's the beef. Yeah. There we go. That man is a man of health. Kim Bum-suk. Kim Gyu-yeon, there we go, a Hanwha player. Son Sung-bin, no idea. Shea Ji-min, the same card I just got in the last pack, and wow. That's a fancy one. Jun Pyo. I don't know any of that. All right, let's keep going. Naile hanging out with the rosin bag. Kim Do-young warming up over on the side. Solgon-chan has got his first baseman's mitts. Naile warming up out on the turf. Oh, they're not going to cancel it. They're going to play. They've got the Korean flag heading out. Yes, it is. They've got the Korean flag heading out onto the field as the commissioner of the Korean League is checking it out. Kimmy Gun, I don't know who you are. Go Young-woo, don't know who you are. Who else we got? Oh, that's a Hanwha player. Yay, another one. Jun-so. Kim Min-sok. And, I mean, look at it. Look, back-to-back cards. The exact same damn card. All right, can we actually get something going here? My prediction is there will be no value whatsoever in this last card of KBO players. Should be, they got to do the little introduction ceremony, all of that stuff. All right. Kim Dae-won. No idea who you are. Lee Myung-jung. Sweet, a third. All right, finally, Kim Dae-young. Literally, this has got to be worth at least 50 cents for that entire box. What a waste of time and money. No. It's my Hanwha hat. My Hanwha uniform and my Hanwha hats. Happy Love Eagles. Nah, I mean, yeah, they collect them, but they're just really not worth much, man. You know, it's just like autographs. So I have all those autographed baseballs back there. I didn't ask for any of them. Like, I've never asked a player for an autograph. Like, one of them is from, like, when I gave away the post-game awards. A couple of them are for doing interviews for none autographed by the cheerleaders. Yeah, a couple of them are like whenever I did interviews or things like that, they give me an autograph ball. 6 of them are from last year's postseason ceremony thing, where everybody gets autographs from 6 players. So yeah, I mean, honestly, the value of an autograph or baseball card in Korea is pretty much non-existent. It's not a big collector's thing because it's so easily accessible. And like in the US, you got like 7 or 8 different brands. In Korea, they're put out by KBO. So there's not really a lot of value in anything. All right, finally, the opening ceremony. Yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, I gotta think Kia wins the series. As far as this game, man, it's so difficult to tell now that with the rain delay. but definitely don't think it's going to be a ton of runs being scored. I don't know if it bothers anybody else who's watching. Does it bother anybody else that the trophy is not centered? All right, so now we got a starting lineup introduction. Good lord. Wow, this is gonna take forever, ladies and gentlemen. Really, yes, we get to introduce every single player and coach. Man, you should hang out with some of my students. My students absolutely love. So apparently the game is supposed to start at 8. The game is supposed to start at 8. Hmm. I still think they're going to start before 8, but and yes, they have introduced the All right, we're on to the key of the home team introductions. We'll see. I'll throw the old lineup up there. Oh, Naile will start. Che Young-woo already has got 3 buttons undone on the uniform. All right, we're almost there. All right, we are almost ready to get underway. The right fielder being introduced now. And now the pitcher. All right, let's check out this rendition of the Korean national anthem. Take two song. I should probably sing the national anthem next year. I'm throwing the last pitch, Nick. That's it. I'm throwing the last one. All right, we're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting close. 너무 감사합니다. 윤석철, 감사합니다. All right, we are almost ready, ladies and gentlemen. The fireworks are flying in the air. I'm sure Hanwha provided them. The only way they are ever going to make it to a Korean series in my lifetime. All right, let me see if I got this fixed. Hey, yeah. Almost ready for some baseball. Almost ready for some baseball. All right, they've got the tarp off of the field. They've got the tarp getting folded up at the pitcher's mound. The Korean flag is being carried off of the field. It is still covered in smoke from the fireworks. But we are going to have a baseball game, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a baseball game eventually. So, again, finally. Yeah. Woo. Finally. Baseball. Yeah. We have got ourselves baseball headed away. Only an hour late. No big deal, ladies and gentlemen. Righty. So Wante on the mound, Naile on the mound. Two of the better pitchers in the league. Wante pitched fabulous in his one game earlier this season, or this postseason. Naile will be making his first start in 2 months after taking the comebacker to the face off of Davidson. Cutter. 135. All right. Let's see what goes on now. We still haven't had our first pitch yet. Players still haven't been out onto the field. They're throwing, looks like maybe some quick dry down on the mound. We'll see. Now we get some commercials. We're waiting. We're waiting, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. This is still one of the worst commercials. Like, this random girl just wandered in the middle with a without a coat on, but full makeup, and thousands of dollars worth of clothing to lay down on some snow with zero prints anywhere. Yet there's none falling down. All right. Who's going to be throwing out the first pitch? That man is old. Kim Young, former he already was their manager, man. He was their manager, dude. He was the manager whenever I first started watching Hanwha in 2014. It was another one of those things where Hanwha. He was a Kia manager for years, for I don't know, like 15, 16 years or so. Again, a legend manager that Hanwha hired that couldn't do anything with the team because the culture is not very good. This is the third. Hanwha currently has the third legend manager that since I've been in Korea. So Kim Ji-chan leads things off, a 200 batting average in this postseason. Just has not hit well, and when he has gotten on, he hasn't even attempted a stolen base. So that is his thing. Did not even attempt a stolen base against Park Dong-won, which is kind of confusing, honestly. For defense for Kia, if you can call it that, Chaewon Jun, Na Sung-bam, and Socrates played defense well in the outfield, but Park Chan-o, again, 23 errors on the season. That's second in the league, only behind the guy next to him, Kim Do-young, 30. He is available for pinch hitting. He won't be actually playing the field. So my understanding was it was ligament damage, minor ligament damage is what I was told. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready. I think we're ready for actual baseball. 1 hour and 4 minutes behind. Nope, we're still warming up. The player to watch for Kia, obviously the third baseman. 40 home runs, 38 stolen bases, over 100 runs scored, 147 runs scored, I think. Over 100 RBIs, over 100 strikeouts. Just absolutely breakout season. He'll easily win the MVP of the league. So he'll win the MVP of the league without any questions. Rojas will be close. Will be a little behind. But here we go. The infield is in. Way in for Kim Ji-chan. Naile did not pitch well against Samsung in his two starts. One of the actual worst teams he played against. So winless against Samsung, and the first pitch is a ball. And ladies and gentlemen, we're underway finally. 1 hour and 6 minutes late, but we're gonna have some baseball. And it looks like the rain is just barely coming down, as that is ball 2. And again, this is what I was wondering about. Naile has been throwing for a month, but he hasn't been in a game situation for 2 months. This is a interesting game to have to be thrown into. All right, the 2-0 pitch to Kim Ji-chan. That misses upstairs, 3-0. Kim Ji-chan, last game against LG, 4 pitches, 4 balls, went to first. I have to imagine that he is going to be on the run against Kim Tae-gun, back behind the plates, as again Kia is the second worst in the league when throwing out runners, as that's ball 4 and 4 pitches, 4 balls, and Samsung's got the leadoff runner on base. All right. Kim Hong-gon will step in. 2 home runs in the postseason. 2 back-to-back for him. 2 consecutive at-bats with 2-run shots in game 2. And he will fake the bunts, as that's in there for a strike. Oh, again, without Gu Jauk hitting in that 3 spots, Kim Hong-gon is playing left field instead of Gu Jauk. Normally, I would think that he would not be playing, that Yu Jung-bin would be in that 2 spot with a righty on the mound, as Naile is having some issues with his pitch comm. We'll get that adjusted and resets itself. So Kim Hong-gon is usually a late inning replacement, but yeah, so he is going to be in the 2 spot instead of Yu Jung-bin, and that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. 6-3, drops it, and that is what I was talking about earlier. You got a 4-6-3 double play, but the first baseman isn't able to hold on to the ball at first, and now you've got a runner on base. A little far for that toss. The throw right off the hits his glove. He's just not able to hold it into the webbing. It was not a bad throw. It's a little low, but it wasn't even into the dirt. So absolutely no reason not to make that. Won't go as an error because they did get an out as they throw over at first. And yeah. So that's the first non-error for Kia, as that defense once again shows that they don't know what defense is. Diaz steps in and looks at ball one on the outside, 1-0. Diaz hitting 357 in this postseason. He did not hit well at all in Jamshil. He had over 300 in Daegu, as that just catches the outside corner. Big old slider just backdooring there. So Naile has two seam as his main pitch. Two seam 35% of the time, 147 kilometers an hour. Slider off of that 33% of the time at 134. Those are his main two, as that's a big giant slider at the top of the zone as he swings, and might have got a piece of it into the glove, but it's 1-2 now. Also throws a changeup and a cutter, but only about 10% of the time for both of those. 139, 141. Pretty close in speed. Does throw a rather fast changeup for the KBO, as sets up on the inside. A big slider sweeping in, and that's going to be the first strikeout of the day for Naile. Naile, I'm going to guess, is a fellow Cardinal fan, as he is also from my home state of Missouri. Looks like the rain is coming down a little harder than was expected. And Kang Min Ho steps in, 214 on the postseason, but nobody cares because he is the one that hit the two-run or the solo shot in Game 4, as the slider is in there for a strike again. That slider has a ton of movements. I did not see how much movement that slider has. What do we got? Left-right movement on that slider. 19.8, as that misses inside, almost hits him, but 2 away now. After the leadoff walk, a ground out, a strikeout, and it's a 1-1 pitch coming up to Kang Min Ho, the I started to say C, the catcher. And Kang Min Ho will take a little break. The rain is coming down, so he's going to get himself some spray tar. Again, Korea does not have pine tar. So apparently they're calling his slider a sweeper instead. Opponent's hitting 161 off of it. Throws that again 33% of the time. Very, very similar to Fetty last year, as that is ripped foul into the netting, 1-2. Kang Min Ho moved up in the lineup. He was moved down in the lineup, down to the number 7 spots in the lineup for Game 4, and because of that home run, he's moved up now into the 4 spots. And the 1-2, that's going to be a line. That's going to get past the center fielder almost, as that's going to make it first to second, or first to third. And Kang Min Ho is going to cruise into seconds, as they've got their first hits on the 1-2 pitch. And our runners now at second and third, with Kim Young-un stepping in. Kim Young-un, always a threat to do one of two things, ladies and gentlemen. Strike out or make this a 3-0 game. I think if he did well. He's actually pitching for the Cardinals now. All right, here comes Kim Young-un, as the first pitch is way up high, 1-0. 308 on the season or 308 on the postseason for Kim Young-hoon. 2 home runs. Both of those were in Daegu though. Samsung only scored 1 run in Jamshil, and that was on the solo shot by Kang Min-ho in Game 4, as that's in there for a strike, and that's 1-1 now. So they do not manufacture, they do not small ball runs very well. I think something about 70 or 80% of their runs in the LG series came from the home run. They do strike out quite a bit, as that's a beautiful, beautiful pitch down on the bottom of the zone, as that is again, breaking like crazy. Just pull the string. All right, the 1-2 pitch. They've got to go back to that. I say down and outside. Nope, they're going to go inside, and there it is, as that's another strikeout, second of the day, and he gets out of it, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Naile gives up a walk, a double, but is able to get out of it with 2 strikeouts. Lineup for Kia, they're going to start with Park Chan-ho, then go to Socrates, the left fielder. All of these guys can hit, and then also they can hit. They also will steal some bases. So they are an offensive-minded club. 5 walk-offs on the season. For Samsung, pretty much the exact same defense that they've had. Diaz at first. Yu Ji-hyuk is playing second because it's a righty on the mound. He'll play when righty starts, he'll play. When lefties start, he won't start. Kang Min-ho behind the dish. And then, Yu Jung-bin over in right. Pretty much the exact same lineup that they, or defense that they sent out there before. As Naile threw how many pitches in that first inning? Not 9. That's right. So Wontaine in this postseason, 6.2 innings, 1 win, a 1.35 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. That was in Daegu Game 2, as he started right after Reyes. We will have the Kia Tigers warming up, as there is just mud. We'll see what happens here. Park Chan-ho will lead things off for Kia, as their chance to keep it, as that's going to be ripped foul. Kia is 11 for 11 in Korean Series. They've played in 11 of them, and they've won all 11. I believe 1 since I've been here in Korea. I want to say 2000, was it like 16? 19? They snuck 1 in there. As Park Chan-ho drops the bunt down, Wontaine grabs it and out. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. It doesn't look like it's gonna be real heavy. It doesn't look like it's gonna be real heavy, but it does look like it's just gonna keep going though. So I expect a lot more of this bunting. Yep. As Socrates looks at strike 1. And that is upstairs. I don't even have Socrates' music. Actually, I bet I do. And the 1-1 pops it up. Left fielder over. Can't see anything. And catches it. In foul territory again. I could not see anything because of the camera angle and more of the stupid darting out. No, it angles way out like that. And again, I hate it. I hate it. And the Hanwha Stadium is going to be the exact same. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because you can't see anything and it ruins the view for so many seats. Like, it's just the dumbest design. It's like there's zero thought whatsoever for the design. Because as long as the people directly behind home plate in the luxury boxes can see, they don't care about anything else. But Kim Do-young steps in as he looks at a ball two. Kim Do-young, obviously a gigantic threat. And doesn't swing at that pitch at the top of the zone. And the 2-1 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. He slips getting out of the box. Third baseman throws in time. And 1, 2, 3 go. The Kia Tigers in the bottom of the first. We've got ourselves a game of zeros. As we head to the top of the second. Nobody doing nothing. I wonder how the players feel about playing in this. Would they rather not play in it, or are they just happy to finally be playing and maybe getting this season over with? This season is taken forever. Taken forever. Naile, what did he throw in the first inning? 18 pitches in the first inning. Wanting a little bit quicker with 9 whole pitches. All right, we should be back. All right, Park Young-ho will lead things off for Samsung here in the top of the second. So Park Young-ho moved from the cleanup spots down to the 6th hole. 231 as he looks at strike one on the inside corner. 147 on the gun with that 2-seam. Does not really throw a 4-seam, at least not one of his top 4 pitches. As the 0-1, that's going to be a grounder. Park Chan-ho over, grabs it, the throw in time, and 1 away. All right, Yu Jung-bin steps in. He is the one that had the long fly ball that's they considered a super catch. As Naile grabs the grounder, tosses, and 2 away. The old 1-3 squibbler toss. And Naile scoops, tosses. All right, 2 away for EJ Hyun. EJ Hyun looks at ball 1 on the inside. A .071 batting average in this postseason. He has 1 hit, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hit. But he has taken away a ton of hits over at shorts. As that catches the outside corner, 1-1. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch to EJ Hyun. And, good lord. EJ Hyun turns away thinking he's going to get hit in it, and it breaks halfway across the plate in for a strike. As that is just nasty. That is filthy. As that's runs inside, makes it 2-2 on that 2-seam. These guys are just like, oh man. All right, here comes the 2-2. Does he go back to the hook? Nope, he runs it in as he fouls that 2-seam back. Keeps it 2-2. Again, mainly 2-seam slider, 2-seam slider, 2-seam slider, but every once in a while the old change up and cutter. Have to think that mainly throwing that change up to these left-handed hitters that can't touch anything on the outside plate because they step back in the bucket. And here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Grabs it, throws in time. As these ground balls are going to be tricky as the ground is wet. And the fielders are not that good defensively, but Naile a much smoother second inning as he just throws 9 pitches, leaves him at 27 through the first 2 innings. Wantane will come back out after his 1-2-3 first inning. Oh, that's going to be something. There's going to be some people slipping. There's going to be some people sliding. There's zero questions whatsoever that is going to happen. I'm actually kind of surprised that this game is even being played. Kia, again, I talked about it earlier. Kia has the worst ground and stadium as far as keeping the game going and not being canceled. They just it's like if somebody basically spills a bottle of water, they have to cancel the game. All right, we've got the bottom of the second. Let me clear all that stuff out of the way for you and for me. All right, Che Hong-woo steps in. First pitch, fouls that one away. Che. Actually, again, I have a lot of Kia's music because Samsung, everything they have is copyrighted. so I can't play anything. As Cheong-woo drops down to 1. That's going to be a pop fly. Second baseman under it, and 1 away. That's going to bring up a Na-sung bomb. Yeah, definitely. I still think Hanwha and Doosan have the best. Hanwha, Doosan, and I'll throw Lotte in there too. As far as top, as that is. Well, 291 on the season for Na-sung Bomb, 21 homers. And the 0-1 misses upstairs, 1-1. Na-sung Bomb came back to Gwangju. He is from Gwangju after spending plenty of time down in the south, as that is outside at 2-1. Really? I don't think LG has very good music at all. I definitely think Doosan has better. All right, the 2-1 pitch doesn't lay off of it. It's a strike anyway, and it's 2-2 now. Hwang Tae-in, 15 pitches. Oh, they're so bad. So, versus Hwang Tae-in on the season, 600. He's, do some quick math, 3 for 5 with 1 RBI. That's not going to do it, because that's a swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for Hwang Tae-in. Two down. That's going to bring up Kim Sun-bin. Oop, wrong one. All right, Kim Sun-bin, 329 on the season, 9 home runs. Not bad out of your 6 spots. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be off the top of the wall. Kim Sun-bin is gonna round second and cruise into third, as he thought he had a home run, as he was throwing his arms up in celebration. But ladies and gentlemen, it is not a home run. It is off the top of the wall, and if he had been running out of the box, he'd be at home anyway. Throws his hands up in the air. They're not even going to show it, as that goes off the top of the padding. And then he's like, oh crap, I gotta run. I gotta run. Wow. Why are they replaying this? I mean, it's obvious. Like, there's zero, like, why is this being replayed? Like, why? Like, I don't understand why they're wasting time reviewing this. You got, again, the John Goodman of the KBO. Uh-oh, gotta run, gotta run, gotta run. You're hitting in the rain. It's no longer August. I guess. But like there's zero reason to think that was a home run. Wind is blowing in from left field. That kept it in as it hit off the top. As that's going to be a pop fly. It's trouble. Left fielder grabs it, and they'll strand the one runner that they get. Big base running mistake by Kim Sun-bin, and we'll head to the third inning. It's a 0-0. Big. Oh, I bet they would have sent him. That left fielder's got nothing of an arm. If he was running out of the box, I think, yeah, they would have sent him. They would have sent him. I would have sent him. I would have sent him from here. Won Dain with a pretty rough inning there. He threw 10 pitches. I live in Korea, so I'm watching it on regular TV. Won, though, if you are outside of Korea, you can check NBC 3.2 or something. I don't know. Like not actually NBC Sports though. But Juan, yeah, you can check the description. It'll tell you how to watch. As we should be coming back. Yeah, SOOP should have it streaming live. My broadcast should be pretty closely synced with it. I might be a little ahead. I will spoil the game for you guys with my super awesome calls. All right, Naile back out there. Only nine pitches last inning. Perfect. Yeah, I say it's usually pretty close as Yuji Huck 429 on the postseason. Fakes the bunt, pulls it back, and it's 0-1. 429 in this postseason. 2 walks, 3 hits. Has not played all that much. As that is inside. Did it get his jersey? Did not, apparently. I thought it got his jersey. Ooh, it got his jersey. Yeah. But we got another pitch, so it doesn't matter. And that's just misses the inside. 2-1. Last game that's Naile pitched was again a couple months ago. Went 5 innings. Actually got the win in that game. As that's going to be a ground ball. Park Chan-ho grabs the throw way out of the way, and like I said, there's the defense for Kia. As that will be a single and an error. An infield single and an error, as that throw was closer to me than it was the first base bag. Again, these guys try to learn. It's like they learned how to play by watching highlight reels on YouTube. That ball was nowhere. Yeah, Naile's like, what the fuck are you doing? That is exactly what he said was, yeah, he is not happy. Is that air mailed? It's one thing is interesting about these two teams is Kim Ji-chan will step in and drops the bunt down, but it's rolls foul and it's 0-1. Both of these teams, these are the only 2 teams in the league that have their dugout on the third base side. So the away team is going to be on first base side in both of these games. So again, the even though they have the first base dugouts, they are actually the away team for both of these teams. As the 0-1, that's going to be a ground ball. He's going to go to first. And that'll move the runner over one away as Kim Ji-chan gets the sacrifice, bunts down. A good sacrifice bunt. I'll take the sacrifice bunt there. Is now Naile's got to get a strikeout. Now you've got Kim Hun-gon stepping in. He's 0 for 1. He 4-6 ground out as they drag the infield in to try to get Yuji Huck at the plate if there is a ground ball. So Naile, obviously a good strikeouts pitcher on the season. He had 138 strikeouts in 149 innings as that one is fouled away. Kim Hun-gon, on the other hand, as far as strikeouts go, he had 50 strikeouts in 281 at-bats. So not a big strikeout guy. We'll see who wins this battle. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Kim Hun-gon. And that's going to be chopped foul as Kim Do-young makes the play. And it's now 0-2. Trying to get either a strikeout or a pop-up. Gonna have to go with the slider here. A big, huge error. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. He chops it back to, and there we go. Naile gets the out as the run obviously does not score as Kim Hun-gon chops it right back to Naile. He grabs it, runs to right at the third, the runner at third, Yuji Hyuk. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it himself as he's like, okay, well, I'll just do it. Tags him out and checks over at the runner who's still over at first base. You got 2 outs now for Diaz. All right, Diaz now steps in. The throw over to first. He slides back in. Kim Hun-gon has had a chance to, with twice now with runners on base, as Yuji Huck was going on contact and was just stuck. But here comes Diaz. Sets up on the outside, and Diaz lines it right to Na-sung Bam, and that's going to be 3 away. They get a single and error, but aren't able to take advantage. And we will go to the bottom of the third. I need to fix something quick. There we go. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It is 0-0. Big out there by Naile, trying to get the with the comebacker. He's he's got himself 3 putouts outside of the strikeouts. As the 1-3 toss play from Yu Jung-bin, and then the sacrifice bunt, and then the comebacker where he tags him out trying to come home. We will see. Why did they give him 2 errors? Ooh. They actually gave the first baseman an error on that double play that didn't happen. Wow. All right, so we're at the bottom of the third. Stepping in will be Kim Tae-gun, the catcher. Wantain back out on the mound. 19 pitches through 2 innings, 9 in the first, 10 in the second. All right, so Kim Tae-gun steps in. I believe he used to play for Samsung. Pretty sure he did. Yeah, he played for Samsung for 1 season, as that is ripped into left field, and he'll have himself a leadoff single. And that's going to bring up Sogon Chan, the first baseman who had himself an error in the first inning. All right, Sogon Chan steps in. Will he try to bunt here? He's got one of those very, very straight. And here comes the bunts, as that's way up high. Ball 1. Everybody loves a runner on first bunts with no outs, as it is the best possible way to ensure that you don't score very many runs. So 310 on the season. His hand's way down the bat, as that's outside at 2-0. Kim Tae-gun out on first base is a catcher. He does not run well. He's like 45 years old. Been in the league since 2008. LG, then NC, then Samsung, and now Kia. And here comes the 2-0 pitch from Wantain as he fouls it into the catcher's mitts, and it's 2-1. Love it. I love it. I love it. We've had how many failed bunts now? We've had how many bunts that and can't hold on to the bunts. All right, so the 2-1 pitch coming up. He's going to still keep his hands up there to bunt, as his foot is already on the line. As he gets it down, they'll go to first. And 1 away as he moves the runner up, as the lovely, lovely KBO bunting, and bunting. No, it's not about scoring position, you freaking idiots. Good God, these sportscasters are as dumb as the managers. Good Lord. Bunting with a runner on first and nobody out does no good whatsoever. You still have to get a hit. You can't manufacture a run with 1 out and a runner on second. You still have to get a hit. As Pak Chan-ho looks at strike 1. Like, you have your leadoff batter up. Why would you bunt? Like, again, it just... There's a reason why... There's a legit reason why Trey Hillman came immediately made the playoffs with the team, and then won a Korean Series championship. He left, and SSG has been a shell of their old selves because these managers still again manage like they did whenever they were playing 75 years ago. Oh, Park Chan-ho looks at strike one. And what's sad is Lee Bum-ho, the manager for Kia, is actually younger than I am. He is younger than I am. But again, it's, oh, this is the way it's always been done. It doesn't matter that it's actually not smart. It's not good baseball. This is the way it's always been done. And the 1-2 pitch. And fouls that away. Stays 1-2. All right, so we'll reset here. Another 1-2 pitch. Park Chan-ho 0 for 1 on the day. I do not like that score bug 1-0, as that's ripped foul. I do not like that at all. 1 at bats, 0 hits. That is awful. It's like the announcers used to say on a full count, they would say 2 strikes, 3 balls. They would cross everything up, and it was the most annoying thing to listen to. They'll still do it every once in a while. Park Chan-ho clears his eyes. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch to Park Chan-ho. Runner on second is Kim Tae-gun. And that's going to be a strikeout looking. And once again, proving how much smarter I am than every single manager in the KBO, is they've now got 2 outs and a runner on second and a completely wasted bunt. Thank you for playing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Socrates steps in. He flew out to left field, a foul to left in his first at bats. 0 for 1, fouls that one off, and it's 0 for 1. All right, here comes the 0-1. They're going to go up, but too far in, and it's 1-1. Oh. Wontain, 4 pitches. Mainly just throws 3, though. Fastball, 45% of the time, 144. Then a changeup, 23% of the time. And then a slider, 22%. As that slider is sliding way back to the backstop, and they'll move the runner over to third. Just missed. All right, Socrates, the 2-1 pitch coming up. 2 outs, runner on third. After the wild pitch, that's going to be a chopper foul. And 2-2. Socrates. All right, the 2-2 pops him up. Second baseman out under it. And 3 away. And just like that, the leadoff single is thrown away into the garbage where the bunt belongs. As we go to the top of the fourth, it is 0-0. At least 7 billion. Yeah. They will never stop bunting until I finally get to take over in the dugout and we never bunt and we win a championship within 2 years. That's when maybe they'll change. They'll ask me in the interview, what turned this club around? And I said, and I'll literally say, well, I stopped managing like every other Korean manager and learned how to read statistics. Like, I don't know how it's possible that you cannot understand that it's awful. Like, there's no reason to bunt with a runner on first and nobody out. You know, there is a small chance if you have a guy that hits into a lot of double plays late in the game, but in the third inning? Like, why? Why? Oh, wait, well, we all know why. All right, so we're going to have the top of the fourth coming up. All right, here we go. Naile back out on the mound. 2 strikeouts so far. 37 pitches through 3 innings. 18 in the first inning. Ran into some troubles, but 2 strikeouts helped get him out. 9 in the second. 10 in the third. And Kang Min-ho will step in as he looks at strike 1 on the inside. Kang Min-ho's last 2 hits, one was a home run to give Samsung the 1-0 victory in Game 4. This last at-bat, he had himself a double. What will he do for an encore? As bad as these managers are, I gotta think it's gonna be a 15-inning tie. Honestly. As the 1-1 pitch, that's going to be ripped foul, and the ball boy will get himself an opportunity to showcase his skills as we've got ourselves a 1-2 count. All right, so the 1-2 pitch to Kang Min-ho sets up away on the outside, the big giant sweeper. And that's his strikeouts number 3 for out number 1 in the fourth. That thing is just got a mind of its own. Like, just like I've never actually watched him pitch, except from my seats in the stadium, and that's a swing and a miss there from Kim Young-hoon. I've never actually watched him pitch, except for the my seat at the stadium, so I've never seen how much break this thing has. Is it just right there in there for a strike? He did not pitch that well against Hanwha, 231. The one game I did watch, he did not pitch well. I think he went 5 innings, as that is ball 1-2 now. Kim Young-hoon, 0 for 1. Struck out in his first at-bat with runners at second and third. And that's going to be strikeouts number 2 for him. Strikeout number 2 in the inning. And strikeouts number 4 on the day. Big time, big time. No, I'm not playing the Peaky Peaky or whatever the heck that song is. All right, here comes the first pitch to Park Byung-ho, 0 for 1 on the day. 6-3 ground out in his first at-bats. Looks at ball one way outside. Park Byung-ho. I love that. The Korean series, he's hitting 0. Well, yeah, because he's 0 for 1 on the day. Put up his postseason numbers until at least the end of the first game. Good lord. He's hitting 0 on Mondays of the Korean series. Yeah, of course. All right, the 1-0 pitch. That misses, and that's 2-0. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I can't say anymore. All right, the 2-0 pitch to Park Byung-ho. That's ripped foul. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first poll. Which team has the best, how should I say it, best fan view? The best fan view. All right, so the 2-1 pitch. As that is shots foul. You cannot vote for Hanwha because I am in the Hanwha and Big Kiwi are both in the Hanwha crowd. So we're obviously very biased, as that would make Hanwha have the best fan view. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Big giant hook. Once again, not a hook, but right in there is 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. That one of the looking variety. No. Yes. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th. Absolute filth. Absolute filth from Mr. James Naile. Only problem with that inning for him was the fact that he threw a whole 13 pitches. Alrighty. All right, we've got ourselves a lovely commercial about people in full makeup. Fila. All right, we're back. They're making these commercials go rather quickly, though. I feel like they're like, okay, we are way behind in our broadcast. We have got to speed things up. All right, leading things off for Kia will be Kim Do-young. And the first pitch is way upstairs. Ball 1. Kim Do-young grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. It does look like the rain has stopped in Gwangju, though. That'll help out a lot, as that is ripped foul. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Kim Do-young, and that misses upstairs too. That I guess I guess it's his changeup. It looks like a curve, but he doesn't. It doesn't say that he throws a curve very often. Might be why he doesn't throw a curve very often, because it is missing badly. All right, the 2-1 pitch to Kim Do-young. Sets up on the inside and goes way up, and that's 3-1 now on the fastball that misses up high. Stadium, the grass does look in excellent condition. That field looks better than any of the other fields that we have seen in this postseason. And the 3-1 misses upstairs, and he is going to have himself a leadoff walk. And we will see what he does here. Again, 40 stolen bases on the season. Part of his 38-40 club. No, 40 stolen bases, was only caught 4 times. No, you can't bunt with Chae Hyung-woo. Against Samsung, he hit 305. He had 4 stolen bases. He was not thrown out stealing against Samsung. 4 for 4 in stolen base attempts. We'll see. Chae Hyung-woo steps in, and first pitch pops that up. That's trouble. That's trouble. Shortstop grabs it, though, and that will be 1 away. As Chae Hyung-woo, first pitch swinging, first pitch popping up, and first pitch out. And that will bring up Na Sung-bam, struck out in his first at-bats, 0 for 1 on the day. And checks over on him as he hops back onto first base. Doesn't even need to slide in. Who has the best regular uniforms? Who has the best regular uniforms? None of the special uniforms. All right, here comes the first pitch. That's popped foul, and that's 0-1. I would have to say, although the Incheon, the SSG Incheon ones are nice, I do like those. I do like the LG all black uniforms too. And the 0-1 pitch misses upstairs, 1-1. I would definitely say Kia has the worst. Kia has the ugliest uniforms in the league. And he slides back into first. Na Sung-bam, 3 for 5. I thought they showed this earlier and he struck out. I'm pretty sure they showed that earlier. So he's 500. He's 3 for 6. Yeah, but Hanwha has pinstripe uniforms. Just missed it. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Na Sung-bam. He pops it up and a foul. And 1-2. Yeah, for LG, I like their away black uniforms. I think Samsung's uniforms have the best quality. But that's because, they're Under Armour and not Spider. I know Kia used to have, I don't know if I still do, the Majestic used to make Kia's uniforms. As the 1-2 pitch just catches the outside. And that is 2 away. A beautiful pitch, just catching the outside. Nobody realized it was a strike. All right, that's gonna bring up Kim Sun Bin. We'll see if he tries to pimp another triple. As again, he had the triple in the second inning that went off the very top, the yellow of the top of the fence. As Kim Do Young slides back in. Watch him pimp this like he hit it all the way out. Even high five the first base coach, and then he's like, "Oh crap! It's not a home run. I gotta run." As Kim Do Young slides back in. That's one thing is sliding in this is not enjoyable. As Nick, I gotta agree with you. I don't know what it is about Kia's helmets, but the brim is so low. Like, how do these guys see half of it? Says that's in there for strike 0-1. It's so low. As he sets up way on the other line of the batter's box, throws it over there, but Kim Sun Bin's like, no. I'm like 5'3". I'm not gonna be able to hit that. Oh, Kim Sun Bin, obviously 1 for 1 as he was the one pimping the triple. Like he just won the lottery, and the 1-1 pitch that's outside 1-2. Kim Sun Bin is the worst. Kim Sun Bin is so low. I wonder who makes their helmets. There's got to be a way I could find out who makes their helmets. Look at that, just pure mud on the. All right, so here comes the 1-2 pitch to as that misses, and it's 2-2. 49 pitches so far for Won Tae-in. And slaps it out. So I think he might have been going on that one. Kim Sun Bin is not a guy that strikes out that much, so with 2 outs, putting Kim Do Young in motion is definitely not a bad idea. 39 strikeouts on the season, ladies and gentlemen. 423 at bats, 39 strikeouts. That is some bat control. And the 2-2, that one is crushed. Foul. Out of the stadium. Out of the stadium, ladies and gentlemen, but foul. And those of you that aren't actually watching the game, that are just listening, it's the funny thing is he's definitely one of the shortest players in the league. He's 165 centimeters. That's like a 5'6". I mean, he's not Kim Ji Chan shorts, but he's pretty close. 165 is what Kim Sun Bin is listed at. Kim Ji Chan is 163 as he fouls that one off. All right, so we keep going here. 17 pitches in this inning, 9 in the first, 10 in the second, 16 in the third. Already 17, getting ready for 18 here. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner on first. Got the wing of flipping as that's fouled into Kang Min Ho. All right. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. 2 outs. Kim Sun Bin. You could have some music for this super long at bat. Pitch number 9 of this at bat. And that's in the dirt. Ball 3. And we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Our first full count of the day. There we go. That's in the dirt. Kang Min-ho slides over, blocks it. It's nice to see a catcher moving his body with his glove down in between his legs, not trying to backhand everything like they're scooping balls up at first. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4. And we've got runners on first and second now for Chae-won-ho. Flew out to left in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Kia, runner on first is Kim Sun Bin. Runner at second is Kim Do-young. Kim Do-young led off the inning with a walk. 55 pitches now for Won Tae-in, 20 in this inning. All right, here we go. Samsung, again, the reason why they were able to advance versus LG is their starting pitching between Chae-won Tae and Denny Reyes, and then also I guess you could say even Wang Dong-jae. Their starting pitching was absolutely excellent. Oh, here we go. That's gonna again. Chae-won-ho steps in, and first pitch pops that one up and out of play. 0-1. Chae-won-ho back in the second inning. One pitch popped up. This was after the Kim Sun Bin triple. He is now seeing 2 pitches. He's popped both of them up. One of them just happened to get out of play. And here we go. As he pops that one up and out of play, and that's going to make it 0-2. Oh, Chae-won-jun, not Chae-won-ho. Chae-won-jun. My bad. My bad. I make mistakes. And that's going to be a grounder. Won Tae-in bobbles it, gets it, tosses it to Diaz at first. And he gets out of it with the comebacker. 1-3. We could even throw that up as a 1-1-3 as he kicked it to himself, popped it to himself. Kia leaves 2 more on. They've left 3 on. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. We've got to the top of the 5th. Wow. 0 for 3. Yu Jung-bin steps in. Alright, the 0-1 pitch to Yu Jung-bin. That's outside. Makes it 1-1. Oh. And comebacker to Naile in his first at-bat. The 1-3 putouts is... That gets a little outside, and it's 2-1. 50 pitches through 4 innings for Naile. 5 strikeouts, including all 3 of the batters he faced last inning. And the 2-1, that's in there for a strike. Good Lord, that is so filthy. That is so filthy. I have to imagine that this will be his only year in Korea, as filthy as that pitch is. And the 2-2 pitch, that's going to be a chopper. Once again, back to the pitcher. The throw, safe, as he beats out the infield single, as Naile just wasn't quite up with it quick enough. And took his time a little bit too much. I think he's safe. It looks safe in my first glance at it. It looks safe after the replay. We'll see. He might have gotten him out. Absolutely piss poor. Ooh. But it's got to be in the back of the glove, not just in the glove. But look at that awesome footwork at first base. First baseman in the middle of the bag. Look at that, in the middle of the bag. Closing his eyes. This is a Hanwha limited edition hat. It goes with the same uniforms. The Hanwha Eagles uniforms. They went on sale a few years ago, or a few months ago, but you can't get them anymore. Out. Wow. Wow. Barely gets him at first. I had to talk to the old first baseman about his footwork over at first base. That was awful. All right. That's going to bring up E.J. Hyun, 0 for 1 today. He has 1 hit in the postseason and looks at ball 1. Ball. He does have a good song, though. I will say that. And the 1-0, that's a beautiful sweeper in there, as that's 1-1. Again, just like last time he was up. He turns thinking he's going to get hit in the back, and it just breaks back across the plates. That's the same thing right there, as E.J. Hyun has got to be like, man, now I think you got to throw a fastball inside. Throw a fastball inside. Oh, no? Wow. As again, that's going to be off the third baseman, and it's going to be that one's going to go down as an infield single. As Kim Do-yeon dives at it, but isn't able to come up with it. And they will have themselves a single with 1 out. I said you should have gone with the old fastball. But you don't listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. He definitely should have had it. Whether or not he throws him out or not, that I don't know. But as they are playing in nothing but slop. That's going to bring up Ryuji Huck. Ryuji Huck, a reach on a single, went to second on the air, and looks at ball one here, 1-0. Oh, 1 for 1, reached on an air, or sorry, got a single, infield single, but went to second on the air, then third on the sacrifice bunts, but got not thrown out, but tagged out by Naile, coming home with 1 out to be basically the one time that Samsung had a chance. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and it checks over at first. Slides back. You have to think that trying to steal is not going to be the best advice. Not going to be able to slide real well into this, and the chance that you lose your footing just taking off is another thing, as Naile throws over once again. I think Naile's... the advice here is keep throwing over to first, let him get all the mud on him so that he's super slow, and then let him try to run when he's carrying an extra 3 pounds of mud on his uniform. As the 1-1, that's another sweeper on the outside, 1-2. Wonder how much longer until they start waiting on that pitch. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And it goes up. Did he go? Did not. We'll check the replay once they finally show us. He did not. Excellent call by the third base umpire. Excellent call by the third base umpire. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Do they go back to the sweeper? We'll see. And nope, gonna throw over to first. And there is no limited amount of times that you can throw over to first or disengage from the rubber in the KBO. You can do it as much as you want. And the 2-2 pitch. There's that sweeper. It tips it into the glove, but that'll be out number 2. 6th strikeout of the day for Naile. He's out. Let me call it for you. All right, 2 down now. That's going to bring up Kim Ji-chan. Kim Ji-chan walked in his first at-bat, sacrificed bunt in his second, 0 for 0, and looks at strike 1. And this is the guy I was talking about earlier. Thank you, Daniel. Kim Ji-chan is who I was talking about in the pregame kind of discussion about who really is going to be the key to Samsung. If they have a chance to win against Kia, this guy has got to he's got to hit 300. As that's going to be a chopper. Kim Do-yeon grabs it, throws, and that will be 3 away. The rain seems to be coming down a little bit harder here. But as long as we have zeros on the board, it won't matter. As once again, Samsung strands another runner. They've stranded 4 so far. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fifth. But they went 1, 2, 3 in the second and third, or second and fourth. So it looks like every other inning, they're going to get some runners on, but they're just going to leave them on. And so once again, they are 1 for 8 with runners on base so far today. Apparently, they are picking up right where LG left off. The 1 hit was a double, but wasn't able to score a run. I know, it's ridiculous. I talked about this in one of the other streams about how they are a win by the homer. Like if they can't hit homers, they are not able to really manufacture very many runs. So they can't. They're not very good with runners in scoring position. Yeah, they just they struggle. But Kim Tae-gun will lead things off for Kia. That is way too much money, unless you're talking about 2,000 won, and that's still too much money. 2,000 won is like a $1.50 just for you guys with needing some conversion. All right, here we go. Kim Tae-gun 1 for 1, a singled in his first at bats. First pitch pops it up. It's traveling foul, and it will go foul. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Kim Tae-gun, and that's going to be a chopper, but reaches fair. The throw in time, 1 away. Big throw from Kim Young-un over there, grabs it right at the foul line. We will see. Do they replay that? Good thing Kim Tae-gun was running. All right, it's 1 down. That's going to bring up Sogon-chan. Sogon-chan fouls that 1 away, 0-1. The sacrifice of bunt in his first at-bat, 0 for 0 in this Korean series. And he is, he is no longer the hit leader. As Reyes took over the all-time KBO hits, but he had 201 hits in 2014, ladies and gentlemen, and that was in 128 games. 128 game season, and he had 201 hits. And the 1-1, that's going to be a chopper back to Wantain, grabs it, throws, and the old 1-3 putouts. It seems like we're having quite a few of those today, as these hitters are not able to get very solid contact. I know Mary Kate is not happy. They are not showing the Kia cheerleaders very much. Mary Kate is probably writing a bad letter to MBC as we speak. Park Chan-ho will step back in, and that's a ripped foul as strike 1. He is the shortstop. He tried to bunt for a hit in the first inning, was thrown out, and then struck out looking in his last at-bats. Also has himself an error on a throw that was nowhere near any base. And the 0-1, that's in there for a strike. 0-2. All right, Pak Chan Ho. And pops it up. Second baseman, right fielder calls him off, and that will be 3 away. I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes. Remember, the KBO has the fifth inning stretch, not the seventh inning stretch. So refill your beverages. I'll be back in just a few moments.
Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. It's fried chicken, it's finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. It's fried chicken, it's finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Fried chicken. Fried chicken.
Alrighty, I think we're back. All right. Man, I'm gonna say I think Kia is gonna win this game. If anybody scores, if it's not 15 innings of 0 run ball. Just because I think that the game is going to end up where the bullpens are very, very important, and I like Kia's bullpen better than I like Samsung's bullpen. Because they've got the quick dry outs I'm honestly, as weird as this sounds, like it's not supposed to stop raining until like 2 a.m. No, sorry, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. It's just gonna keep coming down. Yeah, it is a very interesting game. I feel like they're not gonna finish it. I feel like I mean it. Think about the LG game. You had it was the LG Samsung game. They scored in the fifth, and then yeah, and then the next score wasn't until LG scored in the fifth, and then Samsung didn't score until the eighth. Oh man, yeah, the rain is gonna pick up pretty soon, and it is gonna get real nasty. I would not be surprised if this game gets canceled. I don't know if it gets canceled, but at the same time, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they can play this. Like, this is supposed to be like the best of the best, and instead, you've got whatever the heck this is, as they are. It's score the first team to score, they can cancel the rest of the game, is basically. So Naile back out there, obviously. 5 innings, 66 pitches, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, one walk. That was the first walk of the game, as that's in there for a strike. You gotta, man, you gotta monitor that break with a yardstick. Good lord, that was ridiculous. As he tries it again, and that's in the dirt. That second pitch, that second strike, good lord. Like, it started at the batter and ended up in the other batter's box by a good foot. That was absolutely filthy. And that's misses 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be lifted, going, and there's the first run, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. And that is gonna put Samsung on the board. The opposite field solo shots from Kim Hun-gon. That's his third of these playoffs. And a big swing, as they're gonna come out to talk to Naile. If they literally let him hit his home run and then they finish the inning and they call the game, that is, oh man, I guarantee you the game is going to be played under protest from Kia's manager. Just over into the Samsung dugout. All right, Diaz will step in, hoping to add to that as Diaz 0 for 2, struck out in his first at-bat and looks at the ball one there, 1-0. And here comes the 1-0. That's misses outside, 2-0. All right, here comes the 2-0 pitch to Diaz. And that's misses way upstairs, 3-0. I keep trying to look at the radar. All right, the 3-0 pitch, that's in there for a strike. And that's outside, ball 4. Gives up the solo shot, then walks him on 5 pitches. And that'll be it for Naile. As they will go to the bullpen. That'll be it. I mean, what do you say? The man pitched well. 6 strikeouts. We'll get our first pitching change of the day. So Naile done after the solo shot and the walk. He is responsible for the runner over at first. So final line, well, not quite final line, but the current line for him, 5+ innings, 76 pitches, 50 for strikes, 4 hits. One of them had to be the home run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 1 run. It was earned via the Kim Hun-gon solo shot to lead off the top of the 6th here. So we will see what happens next as the Janghyun Shik will come in. Oh, not that. So Janghyun Shik will come out. Again, they've scored 2 runs in the last 3 games, and they're both on solo homers. The 6th inning and the 8th inning. This team does not do well whenever they have to string some hits together. So Janghyun Shik out on the mound, 75 games, 75.1 innings, 5 wins, 4 losses, 16 holds, 3.94 ERA, 75 strikeouts, 36 walks, 8 home runs given up. As he will make his way, hoping to keep this into a 1-0 game, as Kia will look to battle back again. Kia does have 5 walk-off home runs, one of them against Samsung. Samsung has given up 7 walk-off. As that is low. Ball ones. Samsung as second in the league with blown saves, only behind Lotte. They also, again, gave up 7 walk-off victories, the tied for the most in the KBO. As the 1-0 pitch is just misses 2-0. Kangmin Ho even thought that was a strike. Oh, Kangmin Ho. The 2-0 pitch. Kangmin Ho double in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat. And here comes the 2-0 pitch in there for strike 2-1.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Francisco. All right, the 2-1 pitch to Kangmin Ho. 3 pitches so far from Jang Hyun Shik. He missed a little bit on one, pretty badly on one, and in there for strike on the other one. And just misses 3-1. Jang Hyun Shik. Again, the Kia bullpen does walk quite a few. As far as bullpen ERAs, Kia's bullpen ERA third in the league, but that bullpen whip is 4th. But yeah, no, so normally the latter is very advantageous to the first place team. One, because again they get 5 home games versus 2 for the second place team. Is that just misses, and that'll put runners on first and second with nobody out. But what normally happens is, again, Samsung was very, 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 very lucky with the rainouts, because normally it would be 2 games, day off, 2 games, day off, 1 game. But because of 1 game rainouts, that another game rain out, or travel day game rain out game, it allowed them to be able to use just 3 starters. These teams are really, really pretty close. They both have flaws, and that is so Kim Young-un, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2. And when the rain came, that changes everything. As that's in there. Of course. Woo Ja-hook, warming up in the dugouts. We'll see who he pinch hits for. Maybe Yoo Jung-bin? All right. I still don't know if that's good or bad. All right.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Quentin. Oh. They are calling the players off. Wow. They are calling the players off. This is No, Samsung wouldn't get the win because they haven't finished the bottom of the bottom half. I mean, it is pouring down rain as I'm watching this. They're gonna, man, like, so I don't know how to explain this to you guys. I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but so uh, so it's been coming down at about about 0.8 millimeters an hour. Okay. Uh, right now it's coming down at twice that much. No, at 1 a.m. it is going to be just absolutely downpouring. About 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it's going to be coming down 4 times as much as this. Like, it's going to be absolutely just dumping. It's just going to be absolutely dumping down in a few hours. It's not, you got, remember, it's 9:30 p.m. It's 9:30 p.m. here. So, how did you win? The game doesn't count. No, it would just end. Lions don't win the game. It would just be, the game would be canceled and they would basically play game 1 again. Well, it's like the game didn't happen. Oh, then yeah. Well, I don't know. What about that? Under 3 points in the first 5 innings. The first 5 innings finished, so yeah, there you go. All right. Well, anyway, but even if the game doesn't count, same time, 6:30 p.m. The only games that are at 2 are Saturday and Sunday games. So as long as they finish the inning that the bet was for, it counts. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna finish this game. Okay, well, thank you. Alejandro, I'm gonna say I don't think they're gonna restart it. So I'll show you guys the radar. Okay, Gwangju is here, right? No, Gwangju is right here. This is what they've been getting. Okay. The darker the green and yellow is really bad. That's right. We're right about now. So as you can see, it is going to be really, really wet, and it's just going to get worse. No, the game would just be basically like it never happened. So they would just play again as we've got ourselves a 1-0 game. Lovely, lovely KBO. I still can't believe they played. Oh, I'm sure they are, but the thing is they can be as mad as they want to be, but I would say they're gonna wait probably 30 minutes. I can't imagine that they're gonna wait too much longer. The Samsung batters. No, it would. It should start. It should. No, it should just start over. Yeah, I mean, it's in again. It's in the rain delay. I don't think that they're gonna replay. I don't think they're gonna finish it. I yeah, maybe. So Mary Kate, they've had different rules. Uh, so during Corona, yeah, it's picking up quite a bit more. During Corona, they would stop the game and they would continue the game the next day or whatever. But that was during Corona, not this. So I don't think that they just pick it up. I think that they yeah. Yeah, and again, I'm just going by what I remember the last time. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's just like it was never played, which I know doesn't make a lot of people happy, but you know, Mary Kate's like, "Ah, yes, no game, no game, no game." Now, you guys say that, but you guys the thing is this is the KBO. Bullpens will bullpen in the KBO. So even the people that are like, oh, I had Samsung, but now because it's the KBO.
너무 감사합니다.
What is that? Guillermo? I can't read it with my ridiculous backgrounds. Thank you, whoever that was. Thiem doesn't care. Thiem's hit, right? Yeah, I don't know exactly. I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm checking out the KBO Instagram. I'm not seeing anything from them as of yet. So once I hear something, Yeah. So the announcers said because it's suspended that they will. Yeah, so they're saying that if they don't finish today, uh, yeah, so they're saying that yeah, I believe they said if it's uh played tomorrow, yeah. So it'll pick up from where it is tomorrow if the game ends up getting suspended. But yeah, it is pouring pretty heavily. So, but yeah, the announcer said that from they said if it played tomorrow that it'll pick up from where we are now. And they'll play that game tomorrow. Then the next game would be played the following day. Was that what it was? No way they play a double header in the Korean series. That is as dumb as playing this game to start with anyway. They no way would they. Yeah, I didn't hear that part. I was trying to pay attention to him, but uh I I wouldn't be surprised. So they were trying to say something about if it's played tomorrow it will resume, but then they were like, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day too, and I don't know what. Yeah, yeah. I will. I mean, I work till 6 p.m. So I will broadcast from 6:30 on. That's all I can do. I cannot get home any faster. I already make like the wind on my little 125cc motorcycle as I scream through the streets of Daejeon. I teach kindergartner. I am a kindergarten teacher. I teach English to 3, 4, and 5-year old kids. Tomorrow would be a good day. No, 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 no. I am not fluent in Korean at all. I teach English. I don't have to speak any Korean. I speak. I would say I speak Korean more than 90% of foreigners. But I am not fluent at any means. I talk to them in English. That's how good of a teacher I am. Oh, I know. So the thing is at my school, you're not allowed to speak Korean to the kids unless you're Korean. So they'll say something to me in Korean, and then I answer them in English. Uh, or but most English teachers in Korea do not speak English at all because it's very time consuming. I've spent so much time trying to learn Korean, and I'm still not very good at it. I'm passable. I can converse with most people. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it takes a very again, they're always hiring. The thing uh, like I speak English. That's the requirement in Korea. You have to speak English and have a degree. But yeah, I mean, for me, I started out teaching middle school. No, they do not. They they do not. Some of them know. Some of them know me from baseball. Uh, it's very strange. So like Uh, to how I wish I could like let everybody experience what it's like to go to a KBO game, but again, we kind of talked about this last time. Because I've been going to games for so long, because I stand out. I'm on TV quite a bit. Not obviously they're not interviewing me and stuff like that, but the camera grabs me. There's cameras in the stands, and so I'm on camera quite a bit about every game that I go to. So a lot of the parents of the kids know me. They know me from baseball, from watching on TV or being at the stadium. And then they also know me from, teaching their kids, because I've been in Korea for so long. I've taught a lot of kids, and I've taught their younger brothers and sisters and younger brothers and sisters. I'm not famous. I'm known. I wouldn't say famous. Most people don't know who I am or anything. But they could see me and be like, oh, that's that guy. Like, do you mean like record like the actual games? Well, you can't live you can't live stream from the stadium, but I mean, yeah, like I record a lot from yeah, like it's a 360-degree camera. So I just stick it up in the air and then records everything. But so like I've been at the game and like uh, there's been times where I remember this one time I teach him now, and I taught him when he was 6, and then I taught this kid's older brother when he was 6 also. And I was sitting there, I was just sitting in my seats in the cheer section. I don't know, Quentin. As soon as I find out, as soon as they put something up, I will let everybody know. Uh, but I'm sitting in my cheer, so I have a section. My seat is right in the cheer section, the front row of the cheer section. Uh, it used to be over on the other side of a section, and I can feel someone looking at me, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, there's my students, my kids. I'm pure Caucasian, man. I'm 100% pure Caucasian. I don't know. But I see him, and I look over, and I go over, and he's like, "Oh, will you take a picture with my kids?" I was like, "They're like, we've been trying to come to the games and see you." No, I'm not Korean. All right, and then I look back over, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And then I see him, and then I'm like, what do you mean, white guys like me? Do you mean with like hair and beard, or just white guys? There's white guys everywhere. Big Kiwi is a big giant white guy. But no, there's like something like 2.5 million foreigners. No, there's lots of guys with beards. But yeah, I look over, and I'm like, oh, and then like the kid's dad like went and bought beer for me. 2 on, first and second. I do not. I do not. Hey on. I'm hoping I say that. For 200,000, you can't even get a a 3-bedroom apartment. If you want to buy an apartment in Korea, you're looking at 1 to 2 million won, or $1 to $2 million to get an apartment. Not an apartment building, just an apartment in a building. Housing is ridiculously expensive in Korea. You could buy a yeah, like so if you yeah, like buying an apart, because you have to think about Korea is the size of Ohio. So Korea is the size of Ohio, but it's more mountainous than Colorado. So there's not a lot of area. And then you figure it has 51 million people in it. No, could not care less about North Korea. One of the teachers just last week went to the DMZ. Well, they're in the sixth, at the top of the sixth. They do not, I don't think. I'm still waiting for anything. It still says that it's suspended, is what the official words on the screen are. No, they have nothing. I do remember in the Olympics, the Winter Olympics that were here in Pyeongchang, the women's North Korean hockey team played with the South Korean hockey team. And that was a huge thing. Oh, Hayden, you have a. It's surprising. What is surprising about this is, like, I know at home games for Hanwha, when there's a rain delay like this, everybody's still up cheering. Like, they still got the music going. You're singing, you're dancing in the middle of the rain. You're dripping wet anyway. I'm watching the replays of the game I've already watched. I know how everything ends, but whatever. Still checking the KBO social media. We'll see if they upload anything, and nothing yet. We're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Come on now. We are never gonna get any updates on this. No, there's barely any snow. Yeah. Like, so again, I'm from Missouri, and it's pretty close to the same. It gets real cold and real dry and real rough in the winter. And then during the summer, it's absolutely miserable, hot, sweaty, gross, disgusting, and I don't ever want to leave my apartment.
나무 감사합니다.
Thank you. I can't read that. Jose? Yep. Thank you, Jose. Well, Vegas is dry though. In Korea, it's because it's a peninsula. It is super hot, nasty, humid. Like, you got monsoon season, you got monsoon season. Right now you got typhoon season. I remember it's 7-8 years ago, I was training for an Ironman, and it got canceled because a typhoon came through right whenever we were gonna actually try to do the triathlon. Uh, but yeah, Korea is real nasty. I live in Korea. I don't know. It's raining like crazy. It's raining like crazy, so but I don't know how long it's gonna last. Maybe I'm gonna bust out my Spanish. Está lloviendo. So tomorrow, they will redo. Yeah, yeah. So I'm pretty sure that they said that the game is suspended, and they will continue it. Yeah, pretty sure that they said that they will resume tomorrow from this point if it is suspended. Is what the thing on the bottom of the screen said. Did they say it was actually suspended yet though? I thought they were just showing the possibilities. So apparently they're going to finish the game at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Wow, they're really gonna do that? We play a double header in the middle in the Korean series. Yeah, so tomorrow at 4 o'clock they will resume this game. They really? Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, they'll resume the game tomorrow at 4 p.m. Again, I will not be able to finish streaming. I will do my best to come back and stream, but honestly, the game should be over by the time I get back or get home. I will bring you game two if they end up playing game two. But I will say this: it is supposed to rain all day tomorrow too. So it's supposed to, yeah. I mean, it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. So whether or not they actually are able to resume it tomorrow is another question. Uh yeah, I cannot believe that they're going to resume. I can see resume the game okay, but they're going to resume the game and play the second game? Like, that's ridiculous. As everybody is wow. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So, yeah. Tomorrow, 안녕하세요. 오랜만이에요. Yeah. So tomorrow, this game will resume at 4 p.m. If there is any rain. If there's no rain, so this game will resume tomorrow at 4 p.m. They will finish this game, and then once they finish this game, they will start game two. So yeah, um, I don't, I don't know exactly how to. Wow, just a wow. Just a wow, 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 wow. Yep, continues as 1-0. Top of the sixth, first and second, 1 ball, 0 strikes. Uh yeah, so it'll resume tomorrow, and just like Nick said, it will be 1.5 games. So they'll do the top of the sixth, finish the sixth, finish game one. Once they finish game one, they'll have a break. Usually, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then they will start game two. But honestly, I talked about it earlier. Kia's stadium is the worst when it comes to drainage and being able to play. I could honestly see tomorrow not being played either, or them putting off playing and putting off playing. So, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can just tell you what I heard. They'll resume the game tomorrow at 4 p.m. There's lots of rain in the forecast all through the nights, all tomorrow, and then again tomorrow nights is supposed to rain. Is supposed to pick up again. So they could finish this game tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and then game two ends up not being played. It's kind of just you're gonna have to wait, find outs once we get to those games. Again, I will not be able to broadcast at 4 o'clock. I have to work. I'm teaching the future of Korea until 6 o'clock. I will be here as soon as I can. Whenever that happens to be, I will start streaming, whether or not it's the end of this game or if it's the start of the next game. I guess we'll find out then. But yeah, so rain delay will be rain delay through tomorrow. When it resumes tomorrow, Kim Young-woon will be up to bat with a 1-0 count in the top of the sixth with Diaz on second, Kang Min-ho on first, and maybe Jang Hyun-sik pitching. I don't know if they will send him back out there again. I have to imagine that they'll send him back out there again. But the big thing for Samsung though is they lose Won Tae-in. There's zero chance that Won Tae-in goes back out there. He was at 66 pitches through 5 innings. Obviously, he would have been going back out there, but now he's not going to be pitching again. He's not going to be going back out there, which means Samsung is going to have to use their bullpen heavily tomorrow, just like Kia. And again, Samsung's second starter is Won Tae-in. So they're going to have to go with their third starter, which is going to be Wang Dong-jae, which means the Wang Dong-jae is going to end up pitching game 2. And they are going to be bullpen, a ton of bullpen guys tomorrow. If Samsung is able to hold on to game 1, the game that they're continuing to play tomorrow, the game that they're in right now, I'm not sure how they win game 2. The game 1, this game is super important for Samsung, because for Kia, they're going to have their number 2 starter. They're going to have the man that's won Korean series before, that's pitched in the MLB as a Korean. Yang Hyung-jong is going to be pitching starting tomorrow. So, yeah. I don't I don't know what that means. Did you see Reach the Korean series today? Do you mean World Series? Oh. You mean Japanese series? Those aren't gonna erase because of the way this is set up. Sorry, man. So you mean we're still waiting for the official announcements. Still waiting for the official announcements. Once I get it. No, I don't follow the Japanese baseball at all. Just the Korean baseball, just the KBO is all I pay attention to. Yeah. Still waiting for the official announcement on whether or not it is officially delayed. Here comes the guys, the umpires. Sounds good. Apparently, they were hanging out with the green bottle during the delay. It says in a few minutes it'll be. It literally says it's delayed for a few minutes, as we are how many minutes, hours into this delay. I love the remote control. Yep, there's still dirt there. No, they say come back out. Please tell me that. All right, so it's official now. Tomorrow it will be a They do not get a refund. They need their ticket to get in. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This game is suspended. It will finish tomorrow at 4 p.m. Again, I cannot broadcast that game. The rest of the game, I am sorry. This is where this game ends for me, I guess. So Samsung up 1-0. It will finish tomorrow at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. I don't know what time that is for you guys. I have no idea. But yeah, so it's 4 p.m., which is maybe like 2 a.m. for a lot of people. So again, right now it's 10 p.m. here. So in 18 hours, right? No, 6. Yeah. In 18 hours, the game will resume if they can. Again, I like I said, the amount of rain and everything, I could honestly see them having to postpone finishing this game and only being able to get this game finished tomorrow before more rain comes in and keeps them from being able to finish that game also. So yeah, well, that's it for this game. Samsung up 1-0. Runners on first and second. A 1-0 count when they resume tomorrow at 4 p.m. I will be here tomorrow to stream game 2. In the event that game 1, the game that we're watching right now, doesn't pick up until I get home, I'll start streaming from wherever it is when I get home. That's all I can say. I don't know exactly when or where, and I don't know exactly what time game 2 will start. Game 2 will start after game 1 finishes. So it's up to, I guess, the KBO and the players. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow for game 2 and maybe some of game 1 if I get back in time. I will leave everything set up how it is right now, just in case I am back in time to do some more. So thank you guys very much. I will see you tomorrow. Until next time.